wonderful, wonderful color. Walt Disney presents The Wonderful World of Color.
Everything's okay.
Hey, what are you doing up here, huh? I mean, how are your fine feathered friends back there? Won't they miss you?
Don't stop playing, Barney.
Why not?
Turkeys back there just love it. Lead birds hardly notice the feed I throw out. They're following your music.
Huh?
See? The turkeys have decided that you're their leader.
Well, I never thought I'd end up a Pied Piper to a flock of turkeys.
Play something lively, Barney. We'll make better time.
Something lively, huh? All right, here's one that'll make the feathers fly. Honor your partners, honor your corners. First couple lead, and away we go. Shake a wishbone, shake a wing, shake a feathered everything. Shake a turkey, all a king, and shake a leg. Gobble, 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 goo, peck a while and peek-a-boo. Giblet gravy goes with you, come along, you turkeys. First gobbler strut and shine, next gobbler scratch and fine. Third gobbler get in line, come along, you turkeys. Shake a wishbone, shake a wing, shake a feathered everything. Shake a turkey, all a king, and shake a leg. Gobble, gobble, how you talk, pretty as a squeak of chalk. Will you run or won't you walk? Come along, you turkeys. Put on a nickel show, here's one you ought to know. Sashay and do-si-do, come along, you turkeys. Shake a wishbone, shake a wing, shake a feathered everything. Shake a turkey, all a king, and shake a leg. Come on, shake a leg. Come on, you buzzards, shake a leg there.
Which one's Stanley? Which one's Livingston?
That one's Stanley, and that one's Livingston.
You're doing fine, Simon.
They're really moving now, Mom.
Boy, they certainly are. I only hope there's enough meat left on them when we reach Centerville. Oh,
Barney says we can feed and water them just before we sell them.
oh, he does he?
Sure. That way they look like they weigh more.
I see. Come on, boy.
Attaboy, Boomerang! That dog really is an Australian turkey hound. I'm going to give him a drink.
Okay.
Thirsty, Boomerang? Come here. Come here, boy. Come on, Boomerang. Let's move them out.
I just wanted to check on Simon.
Well, he's fine, man.
That fire sure feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's going to be getting cold up in those mountains. Where's Boomerang?
Boomerang? Oh, well, he couldn't sleep, so I suggested he go out and try counting turkeys.
I just can't get over what an amazing dog he really is. He herds the flock all day, and then he stands guard over it all night.
Yeah, you're 200% right there, Miss Graham. Yeah, that dog does what he's told and never complains.
You know, I get the feeling you like him better than you do some people.
Well, I suppose I do. Dog will never turn on you and suddenly decide that he doesn't love you anymore. And when he tells you no lies and he asks you no questions.
Oh, I'm sorry, Barney. I didn't mean to pry.
Oh, no, it's all right. Well, it's kind of peaceful tonight, huh?
You know, we've really been awfully lucky so far.
I thought you said the turkeys were a lot of trouble.
Believe me, they can be. Why, I've seen a flock spook just because somebody sneezed.
Oh.
Or a piece of paper blowing at them in the wind.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
Really. Why, once a fox got into the flock and spread them all up and down the countryside.
Well, old Boomerang will take care of that fella.
Oh, and if a thunderstorm strikes, watch out. They'll go in 8 different directions at the same time.
Yeah? You know, all of a sudden, I think I better get to sleep. Because all of a sudden, I think I'm going to need it. You better get yourself some rest, too, Miss Graham. Oh, and don't worry about me. I'm just a rolling stone who that wouldn't look very good with a lot of moss hanging on him. Even if the moss was... Oh, well. Good night.
Good night. Hey, Boomerang. How is everything out there, huh? Is everything all right? Oh, good boy. Good boy.
There's what?
Centerville.
Centerville. Right down there, huh?
It's a lot farther than it looks. We've made better time on this drive than any other.
Well, of course you have. Look who you got with you. We'll have nothing to worry about now. Ha! It's downhill from here on in.
Don't count your turkeys before you get there.
Well, I wouldn't worry about them neither. Look at that. Look. Old Boomerang's got 'em moseying along like they're out for a Sunday stroll. Ah! All right, boy, come on. It's time for your music lesson.
I can't play this.
Yeah, well, you'd better, because if you don't, I'm going to wear my fingers down to my elbows. Now, come on now, boy. Play it pretty like I told you. Come on. Get up. Yeah. How'd that critter get ahead of us?
Well, that mine's him. He's a wild one.
A wild one? Well, maybe he'll join the troops, huh? Could be we'll end up with more than we started with. Come on, Doctor. Whoa there!
What's the matter?
Why, I think we're missing a few turkeys.
How many?
All of them.
Oh, no!
Jerusalem, what happened?
Well, it doesn't matter what happened. They're gone. For good, probably.
Come here, Bird. Come here. Well, we've got this fellow here anyway.
Mr. Duncan, if you say one word about a bird in hand, I don't think I'll ever be able to speak to you again.
Oh, no, I'm not in much of a joking mood myself right now. No, I just meant that we got this critter here that we can show to Boomerang, see, and why he's pretty good at tracking down strays.
Don't worry, Ma. Boomerang will get him. We'll get our turkeys back.
Oh, Simon, I just hope and pray you're right. Because if we don't, we've lost a whole year's work. With no way to start a flock for next year, I don't know what we'll do.
Well, I do. Come on, let's go down and find him. Come on, Boomerang. Come on. Yeah, come on, Stanley. Come on. Let's try again here.
So near and yet so far.
What?
Jim Harker's place where we sell the turkeys. It's right over that ridge. But it might as well be 1,000,000 miles away.
Those fool birds have to get there today?
The last train shipment of turkeys leaves late this afternoon. After that, the flock will be practically worthless.
Probably found another rabbit or a ground squirrel.
Or a skunk.
Well, now, just a minute now. It's because Boomerang gave us a few bad leads. Well, that doesn't mean that we should lose confidence altogether. I mean, after all, he's only human.
You know he's right. We can't give up now. Come on.
Come on, Esmeralda.
Find something, boy? Hey, why all the fuss, Boomerang?
What you got, Boomerang? Huh? All right, Boone, get to work and show us something. Come on, boy, lead the way.
Oh, no. He's come up with nothing again.
Hey, there they are! Look at come! Hey, there's more over there!
Get more!
Are we gonna get him? Let's go get him! Yay! Come on, shoo, shoo! Get in!
Back in there, Simon! Back in there! Behind the bushes!
Come on, yeah. Oh, no, you don't. Get back in there. Yeah.
Get over there. Go on now. Get back. Barney, I can't believe it. Oh, thank you, Barney. Thank you.
Get all of them back, Mom?
Not quite, darling. Looks like we're missing about 30.
30? Oh, man, that's too many. Just let go. Say, I bet old Boomerang can find him, given half a chance.
Well, I was wondering about that, Barney. Jim Harker's place is just over the ridge, and I'm sure Janet and I can get these turkeys there by this afternoon. That way, you and Simon could take Boomerang and go look for the missing turkeys. Do you think it's worth a try?
That's the way it's going to be. Come on, you turkey trotters. Come on, shake a leg. Come on, Simon. Boomerang, let's go.
Come on! Let me through!
Oh, Boomerang. Come on, boy. Let's go. Come on. Simon, I bet we're going to find those hooky-playing buzzards before those females ever get started.
Sure, with Boomerang helping us. Do you really think they can find him, Mama?
Well, Barney said he could, didn't he?
I'm wondering, Barney, do you think Ma and Janet can get the flock to Mr. Harker's?
Well, she said she could, didn't she? It's good enough for me. Come on, stop worrying, Simon. Oh, Boomerang will track him down. Look, he's on the trail of something right now. Oh, now. Here. Easy, boy, easy now.
What are we waiting for? Let's go get him.
Well, now. Just hold on a minute now. That, big gent down there looks like he's kind of made those birds at home.
But Boomerang trailed him here. We know they're ours. They just have to be ours.
Well, yeah, I know. That may be true, but what are we going to do if he says that they're his, huh? I suppose you know all those birds by name, huh?
Of course not. Oh, we just can't let him keep them.
Well, no, we can't do that, but, well, like I always tell you, you got to use your head, see? You just can't go down there and get into a fight, especially one that you might lose.
What are we going to do?
Well, tell you what, we'll just mosey down there and see how the wind blows, huh? It could be just a little breeze, and then again it might blow up a hurricane. Come on.
I bet you anything those are our turkeys.
Don't bet with that fellow waiting for us. Not when he's got a gun. Whoa there now! You just shush, Boomerang. Well, howdy.
You lost, mister?
No, heading for Centerville.
Well, you're lost then. You took the wrong road. It's back that way.
Well, what do you know about that? Well, weren't we lucky to find this nice gent to head us in the right direction? Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, say, can I use some water to replenish my barrel?
Over there.
Thank you.
Help yourself.
Oh, no. Stay there now, Boomerang. Say, that's a nice flock of turkeys you got there.
They ought to be. I raised them myself from chicks.
Uh-huh, well. Just in time for Thanksgiving, too. Well, thank you kindly. Come on, boy.
Sure are right. That man's not about to give us back our turkeys.
Well, the truth hurts, son. And the truth is that the world is full of people who are just plain no good. Here you are.
What are you going to do? Go for a lawman?
Oh, no. We don't have time. He'd have the turkey sold by then. Here we go. Nice sweet well you got. Get the lid off.
Have you got a gun, Barney?
Now, wait a minute, son. You use a gun to get something done. You're not using your head. Besides, what's that fella? He's a hunter. He can probably shoot the nose off a gnat from a mile away.
But I don't see any other way.
Oh? Here you are, Boomerang. That's a good boy, yeah.
Barney, I've got it.
What?
How to get our turkeys.
Oh, what's that?
Well, if that man's a hunter, hope he can use a good hunting dog.
You mean a purebred Australian hunting dog?
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
just about loaded and the train's ready to roll.
Oh, I guess it's no use waiting any longer, Mr. Harker.
Lucky to get here when you did. It's the last shipment.
Mama! It's Barney's wagon. He's coming.
False alarm. They didn't find him.
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Surprise, Mom!
You birds, get out of here. Go on. Shy, get out. Come on, birds, get out of here. Get out. Yo.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, isn't it great?
Those birds haven't been counted yet.
Oh, but look at them. Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, no!
Go on, get out of there. Go on, Tom. Come on, you hens, get out.
Look at them. He's got them
Yeah.
all. But where did you find them?
Well, I never thought I'd have my wagon turned into a turkey taxi, but there you are, signed, sealed, and delivered.
You're wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was lovely, Barney. Just lovely. I'm afraid to put Janet to sleep. Well, it's been a long and very exciting day today. I think the Grahams ought to go to bed. Come on, sweetheart.
Okay, Mama. Night, Barney.
Good night, honey. And don't you dream too much about what you're going to buy in town tomorrow night.
You too, Simon. Time to turn in.
I will, Mom. Later. Where is he, Barney?
Oh, I'd say that he's not very far away from us right now. As a matter of fact, I figure he's in pretty good shape. Yeah, he's about twice as hungry as a bear in springtime, and his tail's wagging like a Dutch windmill.
Well, how do you know all that?
Because he's sitting out there doing just exactly what I said he was.
Boomerang! Good old Boomerang. I guess he can get away from anybody. How'd he get away? That hunter looked pretty tough.
Oh, this dog knows all the tricks. Yep. Well, I remember a time...
Boomerang's back, Ma.
Oh, I can see that, Simon. Who's this hunter you were talking about?
Just a fellow we ran into on the trail.
I was asking Simon.
Like Barney says, Ma. Somebody we met on the trail.
Well, then, why did Boomerang have to get away from him? And why was he gone so long?
Heck, Ma, was the only way we could get our turkeys back.
Well, what was the only way?
Traded Boomerang for him.
You mean you traded Boomerang to get our own turkeys back?
Well, the hunter claimed they were his. But don't worry about Boomerang. He always comes back. No matter how many times Barney's traded him. That's how he got his name, Boomerang.
You mean to say that Barney's done this before?
Sure, Ma, lots of times.
Simon, I don't think that Mom wants to hear the rest of this.
Oh, I think that I do. Do you know that I really wanted to get those turkeys back very badly, but not this way?
It wasn't his idea, Ma. It was mine.
Well, that makes it even worse.
No, it wasn't Simon's idea. It was mine. Well, at least I put the notion in his head.
Well, I bet you did. I think we'd better put an end to your kind of notions right now. Come on.
But, Ma, we got our turkeys back. And old man Higbee got what was coming to him. And you got your new hat.
Oh, I think it might be best for all concerned if you and that poor mistreated animal of yours go your way in the morning and we go ours.
But, Ma...
That's enough, young man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you know, it'll probably take months to get some of your wild ideas out of his head. You should be very proud of yourself. I want you to go to bed right now.
She didn't mean it, Barney.
Simon, my boy. If ever a woman meant anything, that one did.
Boomerang, I'll have to go with you.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, he's all I've got left. Now.
Night, Barney.
Goodbye, Simon. Well, Boomerang, here we go again.
Oh, a single man has no one waiting, mad when he comes in. Don't have to take no ballin' out or dodge no rolling pin. For company, his good hound dog won't cause him any strife. A single man goes traveling, so give me the single life until I can find a wife.
Simon? Darling, time to get up now. Get the fire started, please.
Boomerang! Boomerang, come on!
Simon? 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 Simon! Simon's gone. He stuffed his bedroll with firewood, so I think he was still sleeping.
Yeah, Boomerang's gone too.
Well, do you think they both run off?
Yeah, they run away. I'll go saddle up a horse and follow them. Where are you going?
Why, I'm going with you. Janet can stay with the Harkers.
You stay here.
No, I...
You stay here.
Fetch it, boy. Here, boy. Come on. Here, boy. That's it. Fetch it, boy.
Simon! Boy, I've got a good notion to tan that boy's britches when I see him. Running off of my dog like that's pretty sneaky.
Oh, I thought you'd approve. You know, do unto others before they do unto you.
Boy, you still don't understand, do you?
I know right from wrong.
Yeah, you know right from wrong, but you don't know anything about people. I was just trying to prepare him to go out in the world and meet people. People like old man Higbee, who are going to take advantage of you every time, unless you use your head.
I wouldn't bring Mr. Higbee up again if I were you.
You're still stewing about that, aren't you, huh? Well, for your information, madam, I paid cash for that hat. That was not part of the trade for Boomerang.
I don't believe you.
Well, that figures. Yeah, you only believe what you want to believe, just like a typical woman. You know, you are so set on bringing Simon up the right way that he hasn't got the faintest conception of what's wrong in the world or how to cope with it. Now, come on, wake up, woman. It's a man's world, you know, not just a female world like you'd like to have it.
Well, I am quite aware of that, Mr. Duncan. It isn't my fault that there isn't a man around our family.
Now, don't start crying.
I'm not crying.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just not used to mixing in other people's affairs, that's all. I've been on my own so long that, well, I only see things one way, and that's mine. I just, keep moving on because I've never found one place that was worth staying in. Till a couple of weeks ago when I ran into a bright-eyed kid and his family. You know, I've even been having silly notions about going into the turkey-raising business. Well, I was only trying to help you and the boy out.
Mr. Duncan, if you did pay cash for that hat, why?
Well, for one thing, Simon wanted it. He wanted that thing as bad as anything in the world. It was written all over him. And then, well, I wanted to find out what kind of woman it was living out here in the middle of nowhere. Could wear a crazy hat like that.
Oh. Well, I guess you found out.
Oh, I sure did. Straight-laced, high-bound, and stiff-necked. But quite a woman. Simon! Boomerang!
Simon!
Bring it here, boy. Here, boy. What's wrong, boy?
You no good sneaky hound.
No, don't!
Excuse me for grabbing. Sorry.
Simon.
Now, wait just a minute now. Now, can't we talk this over, huh? Now, we ought to be able to reach some kind of amicable agreement before we resort to physical, violence? No, I'm gonna ask you one more time now. Now, are you sure we can't work a deal out? And settle this thing, please.
The only deal you get out of me is a broken neck.
Well, if I can't make any kind of a deal, then I guess we're just gonna have to have at it. Now, before we start, however, I think there's something that you ought to know.
Where are my turkeys is all I want to know.
Well, I tried to tell him, but he just wouldn't listen.
You tried to tell him?
Uh-huh. Well, I thought I should. You see, a few years back, I taught gentleman Jim Corbett everything he knows. Well, he was a champ, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Now, Boomerang's right, mister. No hard feelings, huh? Now, you go your way, and we'll go ours, huh?
Not till I get my turkeys back. That ain't no hunting dog. I was gypped.
Why, aren't you forgetting something, mister? Those turkeys weren't yours in the first place.
They were in my pen, weren't they? I'm headed for the sheriff's office. I'm going to tell him what kind of trading you do with that trick dog.
Oh, well, I think that would be a very good idea. That way we can tell the sheriff how you rustled our turkeys away from us.
Yeah? You got any proof?
Well, it's easy to see you don't know very much about turkeys. They can be branded, you know.
Branded turkeys? What do you mean, branded?
Well, it's very simple. Under the wing. With a little piece of wire twisted into a brand that's put on in paint.
You're probably lying through your teeth just like him.
Well, now, just 1 minute, sir. I wouldn't call that little lady a liar if I were you. Right?
But, Ma, our turkeys aren't branded.
Well, now, Simon, if you recall, I didn't say that our turkeys were. I simply suggested that some turkeys are branded.
But he thought you meant ours.
He did? Well, I guess this is one of those times Mr. Duncan's been talking about. Well, you know, when you have to use your head to settle things, when you know you're in the right. Is that the way it works, Mr. Duncan?
Well, yes, ma'am. That's just about the way it works, Mrs. Graham. Of course, you see, my trouble is that I always think that I'm in the right. I guess I kind of need somebody to let me know when I'm in the wrong. On those few occasions when I just might be, you understand.
Well, now, if you're still interested in going into the turkey business, I'd be happy to offer my advice anytime you might want it.
Well, good.
And quite possibly at times when you don't want it.
Oh. Well, that sounds reasonable. More or less. Partners, Molly?
Partners, Barney.
Well, now, I've got an idea as long as we're going to be 50-50.
Get up, Boomerang. We're partners. Let's get out of here before they change their mind. Come on, Boomerang.
Boom, boom, boomerang. I hear from the blue jays, the crows and woodpeckers, the way that you brag is a sin. Just 'cause you beat me a few games of checkers, when half the time I let you win. Boom, boom, boomerang, hey, boomerang, so loyal and true. I only wish people could be more like you. Boomerang, hey, boomerang, no use to pretend.